10 things you have to let go of. Number 1, the need to please people all of the time. Unfortunately, you can't please all of the people all of the time. So it makes sense to say, you know what, I did my best. And if that wasn't good enough for you, that's on you, not on me. Number 2, worrying about things you don't have control of. You can't change it. You don't have control over it. Stop worrying about it. I know that's easier said than done because I am the first to worry about things I can't control. But I'll tell you what, I feel a million times better when I recognize and stop myself and say, Shane, you have no control over that. Your worry is not wanted here and it will not change any outcome. Focus on what you have control over. Stop worrying about things you can't control. Number 3, saying sorry for things that you shouldn't. It is so easy just to continually apologize for all of the problems that happen in your day and around you. Sometimes, you know what? It's not your fault that you were late. Sometimes it's not your fault that something bad happened to somebody else. So you don't need to apologize for things that aren't your fault. Number 4, second guessing your choices. Most of the time, the initial choice that we wanted to make is correct. It does mean that we have to pay close attention to whether or not it's from our heart or our brain, and then make an educated decision as to which one we should be listening to. But most of the time, second guessing yourself doesn't pay off any better. Number 5, trying to be perfect all of the time. Perfectionism is good unless it costs your quality of life. Do the best you can with what you've got when you can. And that is all you need to do. Being perfect does not make good any less valuable. Being good doesn't mean you failed. Being average doesn't mean you're terrible. It is just a different perspective each time. And being perfect or trying to be perfect is an unobtainable illusion that we set ourselves for. We can't do it all of the time. We might hit it every now and again, but it is not something that we will be able to do forever. Number 6, the idea that you're entitled to something because you tried. I know this is a hard one to swallow because we think, well, I put effort in, therefore I'm entitled. Unfortunately, life doesn't play that way. Life teaches you pretty quickly that just because you put some effort in, it doesn't guarantee that you'll get anything from it. So you're not really entitled to anything. There's nothing that's promised to you. This is life, and this is how it runs, and this is how it operates. We have to get used to it. Number 7, needing to always be right. Oh man, some people need to be right all of the time. And if they're not right, they need to have the last word. And both of those things need to be let go of. It is okay to be wrong. And it is okay to tell someone that you don't know the answer or you don't have the answer. You don't have to be right all of the time. It is not your obligation to know everything and to help everyone. Number 8, toxic friends. Those friends that tell you that your aspirations are not worth it. Those friends that tell you, why do you even bother? That's just too hard. Or those friends that really start to bring you down more than they lift you up. They're toxic friends. And if they are around you more so than the opposing, then you are going to start to be more and more like them. And that is not a good place to be. If your friends are not supportive and they don't clap for you more than the people around you, then you need to make sure you are reevaluating who you are spending your time with. This also applies to family. Number 9, talking badly about other people for whatever reason. It's really easy to criticize those around us or create examples in our heads about why someone didn't live up to your expectation. It is easy to talk badly about them. It is easy to tell the world that you would have done better. But the unfortunate reality is that most of the time we probably would have done what these people have done. And we would be very upset and very sad if people were talking negatively or badly of us. So it's with respect to those around us that we don't do that, or that we should not do that. It doesn't achieve anything. It doesn't help the situation. It doesn't change the situation. It relates back to one of my other points where you have no control over others. So stop trying. Talking badly about them won't change who they are, and it won't make you feel much better at all. It might momentarily, but long term, you won't see any difference. And the final one, number 10. Forming a negative identity to who you were. You're not that person anymore. You've worked hard to change who you are. You've worked hard on your morals and beliefs. You have pushed yourself to have a higher standard. Don't keep comparing yourself to who you used to be 2 years ago, 5 years ago, or 10 years ago. That was a different person. Mentally, physically, and emotionally, you are not the same anymore. And therefore, comparing yourself to that person or connecting to that negative identity is not serving you. Try to only do things from here on in that will serve you and that will push you in a positive direction. It's easy to say, it's hard to do, but it is possible. And you owe it to yourself to give yourself the best life. They say that, we only get one life, but if it's done right, it's all you need. Enjoy it.